What's going on, Principles of Management? How are you? Mr. Argueta here, reporting to you. We are fully running and kicking some major tail here, man, guys. You guys are awesome. How amazing. Week number 3. So let me just give you some updates. Let me tell you what's going on. You guys killed it last week's discussion. Amazing. Like, the whole thing about lying and ethical perspectives, and I'm reading through it now. It is let's see here, it's 11:27 in the morning on Monday. I've been reading your discussions, trying to catch up. I mean, there's so many people in this class, it's crazy, but what an amazing week this week. So let me give out a couple shout outs. I want to make sure I do this. I didn't do it last week, which I forgot, but wow, can I just say you guys are, you're killing it, dude. Zachary, Amanda, Michael, I know you're going to kill me about this name, Miss Rodriguez. And we've had communication because we're both from Chicago. We have a mutual connection out there. Is it Axia? Help me. Shoot me how to pronounce it properly. But wonderful job, Mindy, Alicia, Trinity, William, Justin, Josh, Charles, Griffin, Tara, Jessica, April, Nikki, Cara. You guys are blowing this class out of the freaking water. Great freaking job. Keep going. Forgive me if I said something offensive. Either way, great work. I'm super proud of you guys. I want to get to some of our stuff. So last week was interesting. We had 2 topics. Of course, we talked about the elements of the organizational in a macro environment. We talked about the competitive environment. But then we did our discussion on ethics. And you were supposed to read through some chapters. I had a couple of people that emailed me for some reason. They couldn't watch the video. The video wasn't really that important. Really, I put there, pages 74 and 76 talk about ethical perspectives, and it gives a couple more pages where you can read about ethical perspectives. I think all of you did it. Maybe 1 or 2 missed it, but most of you, nailed it. You got it. You understand. You got the assignment. You understood the assignment. You killed it, man. And then you're replying to this video. Perfect. I get to hear what's going on in your life. You get to see and hear what's going on in my life, and we're connecting at a more profound level. Instead of just throwing a bunch of words at you and saying, reply to this, you get to see me, you get to hear about it. So I appreciate you telling me that you enjoy the video, because this makes a lot of sense to me. I'm connecting with you and you're connecting with me, and this becomes a real class. So I'm excited about that. So I owe you a couple of explanations. So I'm trying to talk fast because I don't want this video to be too long. But one, a lot of people ask me, what is monk sugar? Monk sugar it's just a natural sweetener that comes out in nature. So a few years ago, I wanted to cut back on my sugar that I use. As you guys know, I drink a lot of coffee. So this is the coffee I've been drinking here today and lately. It's from the Nespresso brand. It's a caramel cookie type of coffee. It's not really sweet. But it has a hint of caramel in the back. It's not like a sweetened caramel. Like, for some reason, you guys are going to sound... I've been called many names, and bougie is one of them, but the taste of like the corn syrup, this artificial syrups that are in everything we eat now, it's disgusting to me. So I want to find something more natural, more pure. One of the best coffees I've ever had in my life, and this is, a true story, was in Mexico. I was in DF, which is the capital of Mexico, which is the district in the city of Mexico, or in the state of Mexico. And we were in a hotel. My wife and I were in a hotel in the city of Mexico, and they were serving us cappuccinos with good real milk and real cane sugar. It was the best coffee I've ever had. And real coffee, like real fresh coffee. Man, we would go every night and we'll just sit down and have coffee. It's one of the greatest memories I have of me and my wife. We were 2 young kids in Mexico having a great time, and it was just phenomenal. Anyhow, that being said, I'm digressing here. I don't like sugar anymore. Like, I do like sweet stuff, but I don't like the sugar taste. It tastes artificial now. So I use monk sugar, which is a natural sweetener. It doesn't, I mean, there is something special about real sugar, especially real cane sugar, but it's bad. It's bad for me. It's bad for everyone if we have it in excess. So I'm trying to cut back on those things. I'm trying to come back on those sugars. So I use monk sugar to sweeten my coffee. Where do I buy it? It's very difficult to find, but usually I can find some at Kroger or Food City, and they sell a little packet of it, or they sell it already like in a powder. I buy either one, whatever's available. So I always keep an eye. It's in the sugar aisle. It's usually next to the stevia. It's usually sometimes when they don't want to sell you the full monk sugar, they sell you like a combination monk and stevia, which I don't like. I like the pure monk sugar. But Trader Joe's, which is in Chattanooga now, not advertising, guys. I'm not encouraging you to go. I'm just telling you that's where I would find. Anyhow, that's monk sugar. Is it okay to lie? Oh man, you guys, it's awesome. I'm reading your posts. I mean, we have, 80 something people in our class. Reading through your posts just blows my mind. All right. All these different perspectives, all these different backgrounds, all these different teachings and understandings and theologies and concepts. It's phenomenal to me. I love it. It fascinates me. So anyhow, is it ever okay to lie? This is my opinion. Please don't base anything on this other than just it's my opinion. All right, so here's my perspective. You got to remember, I am a pastor. I've studied to be a pastor. I have been in counseling. I've helped people through their life journeys. I have my own struggles and journeys, which you'll learn about as well through this course. But is it ever okay to lie? Here's my perspective. So lying, I was taught as a child that's wrong. It's always wrong. It's wrong to lie. It's never right to lie. And I remember as a child, and this is a true story, as a child, I remember going to Sunday school, and they told me a story about a woman that was hiding Israelites, and that the bad guys came to her house, knocked on her door, and they said, "Hey, do you have the Israelites here? There's some spies in the house." And the Israelites, according to the scripture, were the chosen people of God. So this woman, who was already a bad person, she was for lack of a better word, a woman of the night, and she basically lied. She said, "No, I don't have any spies here," and allowed the Israelites, which were the good people, to spy on the land that they were going to eventually take over. And I remember that story, and I remember asking my Sunday school teacher, I thought lying was bad. And I remember that she was just confused as to why then this person became part of the lineage of the Christian faith savior, Jesus. So it was a hard concept to understand, especially if we are from a deontological ethical perspective, where we have a higher power that tells us what's right and what's wrong. And they've told us lying is wrong. It's bad to lie. It's wrong to lie. And then I said, wait a second, this woman was blessed because she lied. And that made no sense. So I couldn't understand why. I couldn't understand what happened. So a lot of you guys were teetering around that question. Like, I don't know. And sometimes maybe a white lie is okay. Maybe it's like, is it right to lie? Is it ever okay to lie? So I guess the simple answer I have is yes. Unfortunately, I know this is going to hurt some feelings. Sometimes it is okay to lie. Sometimes lying is okay. And I think that the bottom line is the purpose of the lie. The purpose, the reason for the lie, the heart behind the lie, the reason why you're lying. And when you really come down to the root of all things evil, all things that are evil come from a evil root, a evil reason, evil cause, right? Telling your kids that Santa Claus is real when he's not, it's not an evil thought. It's a pure thought. So I think in my perspective, in my ethical perspective, there are some scenarios where lying will be acceptable. I'm not giving you a reason why. I'm telling you that in my perspective, the heart is what dictates that. What is the purpose behind it? All right. I know I'm going to get slack from some people on that, but that's just my perspective of it. The other one is we talked about the train, the trolley. So there's a game out there that actually is pretty cool. It's an ethical based game, and it talks about I forgot what's it called, something Charlie Trolley or something like that. So a couple students have brought it up every semester, and I've played it, and it's pretty cool, and it's basically exactly what we talk about. You got a decision, you got two teams, and you're trying to convince one person who's going to make the decision on why they should kill this person and not your person. Pretty cool. Look it up. Fun to play. Interesting enough. That being said, what would I do? So I precluded this scenario because I said that a lot of this is going to depend on information, based on what information you have at the moment of making the decision. As a manager, this is going to be true every time. You're going to make decisions and then later on discover they might have not been the best decision, but you had to make a decision based on the information you have at that time. And at the time that I told you this, you had no information on who they are, who the people are, where they come from, what they've done in life, right? If I change that same scenario and I told you that the 10 adults were 99-year-olds who had cancer, and the child was going to be the person that discovered the cure of cancer, almost all of you are going to be like, kill the 10 people, save the child, right? Because information is powerful and it changes the perspective of it all. So you're going to go and find yourself bouncing back and forth in utilitarian perspectives, ethical perspectives based on situations and knowledge of the situation, of the information that you receive at that moment. And the purpose of this assignment was for you to explore which one is your more consistent ethical perspective. Because as a manager, as a business owner, as an individual, you'll be making decisions that affect not only your life, but that of those people around you. As a parent, as an individual that runs a business or manages a department, all of your decisions are going to be based on and are going to affect people that surround you. So that's the purpose of that chapter. All right. What am I missing? All right. I also want to mention the SMART book, the Learn Smart portion. It's an adaptive learning software. What that means is that it has an artificial intelligence. It has an AI adapted to it. It learns what you know or don't know. So if you're like, I don't know this, read about it. I don't know this, read about it. It's going to keep throwing questions at you over and over and over and over again. And people are like, oh my God, I never finished this. That's because the computer understands you don't know the information. So it keeps telling you. So my advice, read the chapter, do the Learn Smart, because then you'll know and it'll get through it quicker. You'll be done in 15 minutes. But the people who are taking forever, they're taking forever because the computer thinks you do not know. It's an adaptive learning software. It's adapting to your learning and understanding of the chapter. So you want to get past that, actually read it and do it. And you'll get it, boom, done in 15 minutes, over, instead of wasting time going over and over and over and over the same concepts because the computer thinks you don't know it. All right. What else can I tell you? Okay, some of you already went to your volunteer with JA. I'm gonna put that grade in, so you're gonna be exempt from your midterm. Please, if you have signed up, once you go, you're going then to receive an email that says thank you for participating. That's the email I need to confirm that you attended. This week, very quickly, man, this video is getting long. Week 3. 2 things I want you to know. Week 3 is 1 week before week 4. Week 4 is your midterm. So next week is your midterm. We're halfway through the semester. That's how quick this goes. So no going back. I don't take late assignments. We move forward. We're going on. Please make sure you're keeping up with your discussions. That's 30% of your grade. This week, we are talking about a SWOT analysis. God, I'm talking so fast, I'm choking. We're talking about a SWOT analysis. What is a SWOT analysis? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is an analysis that's used in business. This is one part of many analyses that we use in business, tools that we use to understand our business environment. The strengths and weaknesses are internal to your company. The opportunities and threats are external to the company. I'm going to give you a quick analysis. I started my taco truck. I want to start a business in Dalton, Georgia, selling the best tacos around. What are my strengths? My strengths is 1, I understand quality meats. I have this experience with meat, and I know what a butcher should do and how to cut it. I am only going to get the best tomatoes, the best onion, the best cilantro. I'm going to make the best lime. I'm going to make the best and different types of pico de gallos. Mango pico de gallo, tomato-based pico de gallo, pineapple pico de gallo, hot pico de gallo, spicy, non-spicy. I'm going to have a variation of toppings for your tacos that you're going to blow your mind off, right? I'm going to give you all these sorts of array things. That's my strength, right? I'm going to only use the top quality meats, the top cut of arrachera, which is the top meat in the Mexican fajita steaks. Like, not no ground beef. That's not real tacos. I give you good meat, right? Where you're going to eat it, you're going to feel like you just ate the filet mignon of tacos, right? That's my strength. What's my weakness? Maybe nobody knows me. Nobody knows I exist. Nobody knows that I am around. Nobody knows that I have this new business. But what are the opportunities in the external environment? Remember, we talked about the external environment, the macro environment. The external environment is there's 50-something% Hispanics in this area. And there's a huge community that support Mexican food. That's a great opportunity. And I can introduce a new flavor to the people who already eat tacos, all these new toppings that go on tacos. What's the threat? The external threat is that there's tons of taquerias, tons of taco places. I mean, you can go anywhere in Dalton and get a taco, but you're not going to get my taco, right? You can go get a taco at Tacos to Go, or at the Mill, or you can get all these different tacos that are around here. By the way, not many of them are good. Real tacos, you got to go to Mexico to get real tacos, or Chicago. That being said, that's what a SWOT analysis does. So your assignment this week is pick a company and create a SWOT analysis. I would prefer you pick a local company. That way we can know what's going on around us and tell us about a company. If you own a company, do it your own company, a SWOT analysis on your own company. So I'm excited to hear. Weather, guys, has been ridiculously cold. I had to burn wood all day long in the house because the heater couldn't keep up with the house. It's crazy. Coffee today, again, I told you, caramel, monk sugar, a little bit of creamer, one little thing of creamer, good to go. Today, as a Monday, I didn't have leftovers, so I didn't bring lunch. So I am in a pickle. Don't want to go out there because it's cold. And I didn't bring lunch, so I'm probably going to have another cup of coffee with some like crackers and call it a day till dinner time. Hopefully we eat something good today. Yesterday, I had carne asada, which is arrachera, which is flank steak. It was phenomenal. Great stuff. Good stuff. Anyhow, that's what my life was like. This weekend was pretty nonchalant. We just kind of sit at home doing nothing. Watched some football games yesterday with my son. Had some good meal. But that's it, guys. I'm enjoying reading your posts, getting to know you guys from a different perspective. By the way, if you see me out there in the real world, stop me and say, hey, I'm in your class. I love to meet my students. It's great to meet everybody. Other than that, it's phenomenal class, guys. You've been doing great. I appreciate you. This video has been too long. Take care. We'll see you next week.